I am Sarah Haig from Entropy Physiotherapy and Wellness in Chicago, Illinois, and today we're going to have just a little video with some visual aids as to what is normal bladder function. So how do you know if what's going on with your bladder is normal or not normal? Some of the things that we see people for is when they feel like they're going to the bathroom too often or that they can't quite make it to the bathroom. As a result, sometimes they start going to the bathroom more often and they develop a complaint that they're never empty. A lot of these things have more to do with a miscommunication or a misunderstanding as to what's really going on in the bladder. So I thought we would go over some of the normal things about bladders. First, if you are under 65 years old, getting up 0 to 1 times a night is considered normal. If you're over 65, 1 to 2 times is considered normal. So if you're getting up 3 or 4 or 5 times a night to go to the bathroom, for a lot of reasons, it's time to take a look at why that might be happening and try to get you some more sleep. All right, how much should your bladder actually hold? So there's a lot of different references out there. So I thought I would just show you, because we're notoriously bad at guessing how much our bladder holds. So this much is how much we hold in our bladder and typically get our first urge to go. So this is about 150 cc's or 150 milliliters. That's when we first get that, maybe I should go, and you can probably ignore this urge and carry on with your business. However, so this is when everything's happy and working well for you. Put this back in here. So remember how much that looked like. And now, this is how much bladders can actually hold. Depending on the reference you look at, between 300 and, I don't know that my bladder goes this full, and 600 cc's. So your bladder can sometimes hold way more than you think it can. So that's how much our bladder can actually hold before we have to empty it or go to the bathroom. So how many times should we be holding 150 to say 500 cc's in our bladder? We should really only be going to the bathroom, again, depending on who you ask, between 6 and 8 times per day. So it depends on the reference and if they're counting nighttime or not. So if you're going to the bathroom more often than 6 to 8 times a day, depending on how much you're drinking, it may be something that we could help you reduce. So one more quick note. So this is how much some bladders can hold. Not all bladders, but some of them. When I see people here in my clinic, sometimes what happens is they tell me they never empty their bladder and that they have to go a lot because if they don't empty their bladder when there's urine in there, they continuously feel like they have to go. This much, it's much less, but that's about 75 cc's. Between 50 and 100 cc's, especially if you're on closer to your 60s, having this much left in your bladder is actually considered normal. So if you get up and you go about your day and 10 minutes later you feel like you have to go, you're almost always going to be able to go more, but it doesn't mean that you have to. However, what's happening when that happens, if you go and empty continuously 75 cc's into the toilet, unfortunately your bladder is going to get very used to only having 75 cc's in it. So it'll start telling you, instead of at 150 cc's that you need to go at 75. And some simple math says that means you'll end up in the bathroom twice as often. So quick rundown, normal times to go to the bathroom, usually 3 to 4 hours between voids, 6 to 8 times a day depending on who you ask. And that absolutely positively, it's never normal to leak urine when you laugh, cough, sneeze, or when you're on the way to the bathroom. So if any of that is happening, it's very possible we need to take a look at how your bladder reacts to having urine in it and see what we need to do to help you last a little longer. So that's it for today. If you have questions or concerns, feel free to comment or email me at sarah@entropy-physio.com.